Today I want to tell you about someone who wasn't my biological brother, but he was my brother in every way that mattered. I met him when I was about 7 or 8 years old. He was already an adult, probably in his late 20s. The first day we met, he asked if I wanted to see a magic trick. I said yes. He asked if I had any change. I reached into my pocket and handed him my 15 cents. Back then, that was a lot of money to me. He smiled, put the coins in his pocket and said, "See, they're gone." I stood there waiting for him to give them back. He never did. I walked away crying. Looking back now, I laugh about that story. Maybe he was teasing me. Maybe he was teaching me to be careful who I trusted. Whatever the reason, that little prank became one of my first memories with someone who would eventually become family. Over the years, he looked out for me more times than I can count. When I was a teenager and made bad decisions, he was there. One time my family left me money for food while they were out of town, and I spent it all. Instead of judging me, he took me to places where free meals were served so I wouldn't go hungry. He always knew how to make me laugh. Whenever I was having a rough day and praying for a sign, I'd open my eyes and there he'd be. He had a way of showing up when I needed someone most. But life became hard on him. He struggled with drugs during the years when K2 became popular. I started noticing little changes. The music he blasted in the mornings became darker and more depressing. I talked with him, but I was also trying to survive my own life, raising my kids and dealing with my own struggles. Then one day he disappeared. That wasn't unusual for him, so I didn't think much of it at first. A few weeks later, I had a dream that shook me. I woke up with a feeling that something was wrong. I started calling hospitals and eventually the morgue. That's when I learned he had died after stepping in front of a train. Even after all these years, it still hurts. I've spent a lot of time wondering if there was something more I could have done. I'll never know if anything would have changed, but I do know this. When someone we care about starts showing signs that something isn't right, it's always worth slowing down and checking on them. My brother wasn't perfect, none of us are, but he had a good heart. He made people laugh. He looked out for me when I needed someone. That's how I'll always remember him. Please don't forget to check on the people you love, especially when you feel like something isn't right. Sometimes a simple conversation can mean more than you'll ever know. I love you, brother. I'll never forget you.